Hello everyone, Gary Elysium's back again. This is my 19th episode of my recent new CD purchases. Now if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, help support my channel, and get updates every time I post a video. I just want to give a thank you to all my subscribers, new and old, including my grandparents, John and Nancy, who have been watching my channel, so thank you. So right now we have 30 CDs we're going to get into. They're not alphabetized like sometimes I do, but we got this whole stack right here. So we're going to go through them, show everything off. Stuff I got at my local CD store, some stuff from Goodwill, and that's about it. Yeah, it looks like just local CD store and the Goodwill. All right, start right up. We have Black Label Society with Mafia. This album is kind of a tribute to Dimebag after his death in 2000. Well, this was released 2005, Dimebag's death 2004. Features the hit In This River, which was a piano song, pretty sad actually, piano and vocals by Zakk Wylde, and of course the solos as a tribute to Dimebag. For those of you who have not seen the music video, I suggest go watch it. Next we have California Breed. California Breed is fronted by Glenn Hughes on bass and vocals, Andrew Watts on guitar. Andrew Watts is a producer, but he was most recently featured on Ozzy's Ordinary Man album, and also his features John Bonham's son, Jason Bonham, on drums. Really heavy three-piece band. And here we have a bootleg. This is Kiss, Winterland 1975. Hopefully Gene does not see this. This is actually a English bootleg on the Cellar Dweller Records. Basically, this is recorded in January 31st. This is during the Hotter Than Hell tour. Some of those songs, I don't know if those exact versions, but obviously would appear on Alive from that tour. Next up, we have Steven Tyler, We're All Somebody from Somewhere. This is his solo debut album. It's actually a country album, but I mean, Steven doesn't really change his voice. It's still Steven's voice, so not totally country. Has a country vibe to it. You know, a lot of steel guitars and violins and things like that. But really good album. I remember this came out, I just didn't pay it much attention, even though I'm a huge Aerosmith fan. I know he's on CMT and doing a country thing. I didn't pay much attention to it. But I saw, believe it or not, there's a documentary on this. I think it's called I Am Steven Tyler. That was sold at Dollar Tree, of all places. And I got that and watched it with my girlfriend and decided we would get the CD. Next up, Ramones, It's Alive, the live album. This was originally released in 1979, but never released in America until 1995, and this is that first U.S. pressing here on CD. 28 tracks on here live, one disc. Next, we have The Cult, Sonic Temple. These are albums I've had. I had a couple Cult albums a while ago. As you see, this is like a staple that you probably think I should own. However, I bought them and they were really scratched. I kind of got them in a bargain bin, and I just wound up just throwing them out because they just didn't play. So I replaced it. And then I have the United States version of the Clash's debut album. I already own the UK version, but this United States version is a different track listing on here, and it also features the hit I Fought the Law, which wasn't originally featured on the UK pressing. And the only difference in the cover is the UK pressing actually has the Clash that's written here down in this corner. So a little different. Next up, George Thorogood and Destroyers, Rockin' My Life Away. This is something I picked up at the Goodwill store for $1. Another Goodwill find, The Very Best of Poco. I'm not 100% familiar with Poco. I am familiar with their later tracks, but however, they're not featured on this. Featuring a very young Timothy B. Schmidt, which would go on to join the Eagles and is still with them to that day. Another Goodwill find, Robbie Robertson, his debut album. Solo, this is from 1987. Obviously, Robbie Robertson from the band. Then we have The Best of Eddie Cochran. Eddie Cochran, a great rock and roll artist from the mid to late 50s. Features some staples like Come On Everybody and his version of Summertime Blues, which is probably one of the original ones that was later covered by Blue Cheer and The Who. Next, I'm a big Elvis fan, as is my grandfather. Surprisingly, I did not own this. This is the #1 hits, 18 tracks. I actually have this on vinyl, which comes in a 2 vinyl set. It's original pressing from the late 80s, 87 actually. And it comes with actually a poster. And I bought it used, but it was in really good shape, the vinyl. Next up, I got the deluxe edition of Purple Rain from Prince and the Revolution. Obviously, the soundtrack to the film. Yeah, I've owned this CD forever. I own it on vinyl, excuse me. But this is the remastered version. 2015 Paisley Parker Master Disc 1. Disc 2 is called From the Vault and previously unreleased. 11 tracks on here. Did not listen to the second disc yet, so looking forward to that. And here we have the Scorpions' new CD, Rock Believer. So you can see there, it has this lenticular cover. This was exclusive to Walmart, which I was surprised to find that at Walmart, but I did. Really good album by Scorpions. I actually have the vinyl. I bought that over the weekend, which comes with a slip mat. Wasn't going to get on CD right away, but I did. Next up, this is 6 a.m. This is just called Hits. I mean, they only really have, I feel like, one hit that was played on the radio, which is Life is Beautiful. Here in my region of Philadelphia, I'm not sure if they played it anywhere else, overseas, whatever. It's also a piano and vocal version of Life is Beautiful. Altogether, 2 discs, and a really cool booklet in there with a lot of liner notes from each member of the band and things like that. As you guys know, I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan. Somewhere back in time, I bought this again. This is the best of 1980 to 1989. Awesome album cover artwork there. Like I said, I own so much by Iron Maiden, and I got to get the compilations. So somewhere back in time, I have, and I believe the second version of that, I believe it's From Here to Eternity, not From Fear to Eternity, is a continuation of 1990 through to today. Another compilation from one of my favorite new wave of British heavy metal bands. This is Judas Priest. This one's called The Chosen Few. Can't talk today. 17 tracks chosen by different artists, famous musicians from the hard rock and metal genre. This is an Italian import bootleg. Guns N' Roses Paris. 2-disc set. Really good sound. Listen to this over the weekend. Actually, it features Lenny Kravitz on here. They do Always on the Run with Lenny. Cover of the Stones' Wild Horses. And just like the, what was the live GNR CD, the official one, GNR Live. I can't remember the exact name of it. Anyway, Before November Rain, they do a cover of Black Sabbath. It's Alright, with Axl singing and on vocals. Next up, Bad Company, Hard Rock Live, 2-disc set, CD and a DVD, featuring the original lineup of Paul Rodgers, Simon Kirke, and Mick Ralphs. Really cool stuff here. And on bass, we have Lynn Sorensen, the bass player on that one, for those of you wondering. Next, Nativity in Black, tribute to Black Sabbath. Again, a CD I've owned before. Kind of got beat up. Not a huge fan of this. I just prefer to listen to Black Sabbath, although I do like hearing Bruce Dickinson do Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Megadeth's Paranoid, I have that on Hidden Treasures, but now I have it here also. But I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan, so gotta add to the collection. Another cult classic, no pun intended, Electric. Again, just like Sonic Temple, this is one I've had a while ago. Both of them really scratched and beat up, so finally replaced it. And here we have Club Days Volume 2, Live in the Bars. Twisted Sister. Spitfire Records release, features 13 tracks of stuff that Twisted Sister used to play before they were signed to a major label deal. Basically stuff from that would end up being on Under the Blade. It's B-side, some rarities, also cover Long Tall Stally, and a cover of Johnny B. Good. And then this one, for some reason, I can't find it, but I know I've had it before. The Rolling Stones, Sucking in the 70s. So I'm glad to finally have that back. For those of you who have seen my complete Rolling Stones CD collection that I did probably about a month or 2 ago, I was missing that. I don't know where it happened to it, where it went, but I replaced it. Next, Deep Purple in concert. Stick box there, 2-disc set. First set from 1970, second one from 1972. First CD featuring 4 tracks, 8 tracks on the second one. Really cool album here. Not as good as Made in Japan, but it's second. Here we have, this is Italian. This is an Italian import bootleg, The Great Gig on the Moon, Pink Floyd. So, it features 3 tracks on here. However, the first track is called the Eclipse Suite, which is basically the entire Dark Side of the Moon album done in full. Before it was called Dark Side of the Moon, and they were naming it Eclipse, so this is actually played before the album was released. Recorded live on March 12th, 1972. Second track is a 10.5-minute version of One of These Days, and the third track, which ends it, is the awesome 12.5 instrumental, Careful With That Axe, Eugene. Really cool stuff here. Unfortunately, it is like a burnt CD. I purchased this, did not burn it myself. Did not realize it until I opened it. Then we have Black Label Society, another one by them. This is Hangover Music Volume 6. Another band that I've had a lot of their stuff and don't have them all anymore, so I'm trying to replace them. And I have a good amount now with those 2 albums. And those 2 are 2 of his more famous albums. Next we have Urai Heap Live, 1973 release. This is a 2-disc set. Disc 1 features the original album. Second disc is a bonus disc featuring a US radio show and film mixes for radio, which is pretty cool. Such an underrated band, I feel like Urai Heap is. I gotta replace this cover because this, or just jewel case, should be a clear one in here so you can see the back. 3 more to go. Another one I had to replace. White Stripes, Stay Still. Great album. Jack White's guitar on here is just insane. Such cool riffs, such catchy tones. Love this album. Then last 2, we have Motorhead On Parole. This is the all white version. Even the tray there is white. And then finally, Clean Your Clock. This is a 1 disc, sorry. I always think this is 2 discs. 1 disc set. This was recorded on the very last tour with Lemmy before his passing, unfortunately. Really cool stuff here, and it still shows that Lemmy had it, even at, was he like 75 years old or something like that, 70 around there. I forgot his exact age, but it proves that he still had it. Alright everyone, that is my most recent CD pickups. Yeah, volume 18. Again, for those of you who have not subscribed, do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button. I just said volume 18, I think it's volume 19 actually. Yeah, and again, thanks to all my subscribers, new and old. Take care.